Hey there, friends. This is Misty at the Vivian Farm Rabbitry, and today, forgot to pick it up. We're talking about poop. Where is it? There. We're talking about rabbit poop. So this is 2 days worth of shavings and poop and pee that we have cleaned out of the rabbit's pens, and I'm going to sift through that, pull the poop out, and we're going to talk about why I'm sifting through it here in just a moment and not using all of it, as some people have said they do. I do have a reason for not doing that, and we'll talk about that here in just a moment. All right, so bunny poop. I'm trying to get some decent lighting. I keep moving around because the lighting is so bad right now. It's so sunny outside. Even though it's chilly, it's so sunny. So anyway, the reason for bunny poop, and for some of you who are gardeners, you may already know this, but bunny poop is incredible for your soil. Bunnies are not good for your gardens, but bunny poop sure is. And I had no idea. And like I said, some of you may already be aware of this. I was not. I'm new to gardening. But these two hobbies of mine, the rabbits and the garden, are the most symbiotic hobbies I could have ever hoped to combine, because it's amazing. Rabbit poop, for those of you who don't know, is a cold poop. It's a cold poop. You can put it directly on your plants. You can top dress your plants. You can stick their little pellets down into the soil, and it's like a slow release fertilizer. It's amazing. It will not burn your plants. It won't burn their little roots. It won't burn your plants, whereas like cow manure, horse manure, chicken manure, things like that, you can't just put directly on your plants. You have to compost them first and break that down, or else they'll burn your plants. And that was something I was really looking into, because since I've just recently gotten into gardening, I really wanted organic, and I didn't want to have to keep buying fertilizer, to be completely honest. It's expensive. It adds up fast, especially when you're having to buy soil, because we're just really getting started. And amendments for the soil and things like that, it gets incredibly expensive. So I started looking into it because I was going to start a compost, and I really didn't want to, because I know me, and I know I'm not going to keep up with it. I'm very aware of my shortcomings. Okay. And I know that I will not keep up with a compost pile. I just won't. So I thought I would look into this. My husband said you really need to look into the rabbit poop, because you've got, a massive amount being churned out. AKA, let's go through the nicknames of rabbit poop, actually, by the way. We call it, some people call it bunny honey, because it's so good for fertilizer, or Cocoa Puffs. We call them Cocoa Puffs, or just rabbit pebbles. Rabbit pebbles is cute too, but I personally like Cocoa Puffs. So anyway, I digress. We're going to take a Vincent Van Bun viewing moment, because he's so stinking cute. He peed all over my floor when he was out running today, which I wasn't happy about, but look at that. How can you deny that cuteness? And he's a poop machine, which is what we're talking about today, poop machine. All right, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty about bunny poop. Okay, so we've already discussed that it's cold. You can put it directly on your plants into your soil, and it'll do amazing. Slow release fertilizer. It is ridiculously rich in nitrogen and phosphorus and other trace minerals. So it is putting stuff back into the soil that your plants desperately need to grow big and strong and healthy. That nitrogen, that phosphorus, what you need big time. Down to comparing it to like horse manure, cow manure, chicken manure, besides the fact that you don't have to compost rabbit poop. On top of that, they have 4 times the nutrients. 4 times the nutrients of the other manures. So not only do you not have to compost it, it's incredibly rich in nitrogen and phosphorus for your plant, but also it has 4 times everything that the other manures have. So you're starting out with so much more, and you don't lose any of it through the composting. because you put it directly on your soil or as a top dress, you know, as a top dress or down in there. Like I poked some down in a pepper plant that was struggling. I wish I had filmed it before because it was pretty bad. It was in pretty rough shape. Anyway, I stuck some of the pellets down in there, and I can't even tell you how much better it looks. It looks so much better, and it's only been a couple weeks. So it's already breaking down, filling that soil with nutrients and helping that plant recover so much faster. And then let's talk about your soil structure, whatever you want to call it. I'm still new, like I said. But anyway, it helps aerate the soil. It helps keep it soft and loamy. It feeds the worms. The worms love the poop because it's nutrients for them as well. Now what I'm going to do, I have read on some of the rabbit blogs and on some of the gardening blogs that some people take the whole thing, like all of the wood chips, everything like that, and you know what I talked about before, and they will throw it into their garden. Well, I'm not going to do that because I really want my soil to be good and awesome and loaded up with nutrients, because I want my veggies to be incredibly healthy and produce a ton, because I'm not doing a whole lot of plants. My garden is very small right now. I'm not doing a lot of plants, so I want the plants I have to produce as much as possible. So if you put the wood chips in there, the wood chips kind of leach out the nitrogen as they break down. Now I don't want the nitrogen leached. So anyway, I don't want the nitrogen leached out of my soil. So I am not going to put the wood chips in there. I am going to separate out the poo pebbles, the bunny honey, the cocoa puffs. I am going to separate those out, and I'm going to toss them in there and then mix them into the soil just with my hoe. I'm just going to mix them in, and then I'm going to top that off with some new soil, because the soil that's in my stock tank that I showed a little bit ago, that's from last year. And it's just been sitting there and compacting, and it just really needs to be turned. It really needs, although I don't want to kill my worms, so I'll have to be careful how I turn it. Anyway, I'll be gentle. So anyway, I'm going to put all that in there, mix it all up, because I have bulbs that have to be planted like now. I planted some hostas yesterday in a different planter, and that needs to be mulched. I'm going to get that done today. But anyway, I wanted to share the news on the rabbit poo, because not only is it good for your soil, for fluffing that soil up, for water drainage, for nutrients, it's cold, it's like the best fertilizer ever. And I personally had no idea. I had no clue whatsoever. And so I'm hoping I can help somebody else out there who might have rabbits, who's getting into gardening, and maybe you're new and you didn't know it either, because I certainly didn't know that I was sitting on a little poop gold mine here with all these babies. There's a fly. There's a fly. All these babies in here, and they are providing me with fertilizer like you wouldn't believe. And I had no idea. I had no idea. I was just tossing it out in the big pasture in the back. Dumb. But at least I know now. So now I'm going to save all that bunny honey, and use it in my gardens, and just sift it out of the wood chips. I'm not putting the wood shavings in there because I want my soil to be awesome. So anyway, with that, I will say goodbye, and I hope you guys have a fabulous and blessed day, and love your bunnies and love your gardens. And I hope you found this video enjoyable. Oh, there he is. He's lounging. He's like a little rabbit magazine cover right there. Bunny lounger. All right. With that, I'll say bye. Bye.